Right, I'm back on this boiler job today. What I'm going to do is get the boiler fired up. I'm just doing a tightness test on the installation. What I've got to do is put that gas solenoid in. I explained a little bit on the last video. Let me just come into the light a little bit. But what I'm going to do first is get the boiler up and running. Because the gas valve's normally closed, you can bypass them, to be fair, with a hose to do a tightness test. But I just want to make sure the boiler has got the correct gas, make sure the heating's all working, because the electrician's not coming for another week or so. So yeah, I'm going to get the boiler fired up, get it all tested, then we're going to do the gas solenoid, and I'll explain a little bit if I get a chance. I don't know how today's going to go yet. I'm a bit under pressure. I've just sprayed myself in the face with some water while filling my hose up as well, so I'm not sweating. It's just a bad start to the morning already. So this is the gas solenoid. What we've got to do is alter that gas pipe there. That needs to fit horizontal, and there is obviously an arrow on it as well. And so alter this there. I am actually going to bush this down because they've sent me the wrong fittings. I'm going to do this 1.25 inches instead of 1.5 inches. But it won't make any difference. The boiler won't be under gas. We need to come in, leave the valve, solenoid, test point, purge point. You can whip them out. They are quartered. You can bypass that test point for doing your tightness test. You can bypass that solenoid for doing your tightness test, because obviously that's normally closed. It won't be activated until it's got power to it. All that does, we've got an emergency stop on it, so if there's a problem, you can hit the red button and that automatically shuts the gas off. And it's also interlocked into the carbon monoxide alarm. And I think this one's going into the smoke alarm. I'm not 100% sure, but it's as per drawing and as per specification anyway. So it's only a case of us altering this. As I say, I've already done a tightness test to make sure there's no leaks at the start. We'll do one at the end, but what I'm doing is or what Jacob's doing is just wiring the boiler up temporary so we can test it. Because obviously I'm not be able to test it again until that thing's wired up properly. Jacob's just wiring the pump up. We'll just temporarily wire that on at a plug top. Just so we get it to run, but he's using my Nipex cut. He likes them. You like them ones, Jacob?
Certainly do.
I did actually get a leak as well. You know me, I show you the ups and downs, the highs and lows. It was leaking on that tee. I did try and re-sweat it, but in the end, I just cut it out and renewed it. I don't know why it was leaking. It seemed to have flowed. Yeah, nearly sacked my juggler. Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes these 35mm ones, if the gap's a bit big. The reason it's dirty is because I tried to resolder it, but yeah, I just cut it out in the end. If that's the worst we ever get, we'll be lucky. So I've just fired the boiler up. I've just put it on high rate for a minute. I'm going to set the programmer up. I've still got to sort all the wiring out on this, but using a nominated contractor for the electrical, so we're not actually responsible for the electrics. So flow's getting red hot straight away, which is an excellent start. What I'll do is I'll analyse all the boiler up, high-low fire, check my working pressures, and then we can do the gas. Forgot to open my valve, so that's why the boiler got up to temperature really quick. These are temperature head gauges, so this one's on the return, so at the minute the return's only at 20. You see the head gauges bounce around a little bit just because there's air in the system. That is only temporary, by the way. We forgot to put the thing on, but we'll sort that in a second. We'll just see if it runs. Flow's getting nice and warm. Obviously you can hear the air in it. This will take a little while to get hot, although that is getting hot already, which is good. Yeah, we'll leave it a few minutes and see what happens. These pipes here are getting splendidly hot. I wish I'd brought my thermal imaging camera with me, but you just have to take my word for it. It's sort of a goalpost across the top of that one, but it is working. And then that obviously feeds into, there's a rad there, which I can't get to very easily. And then this is sort of your first rad, which is getting hot as well, which is fantastic. So yeah, I think we're all right. We'll wait for that to heat up. I'm just going to go get my analyzer. We should be good. I don't know if you guys can see that, if the light's very well in here, but there's an air tap up there. It obviously comes all the way around, all the way down, back round, to there. So obviously that's a ridiculous. This is getting red hot. The air tap's not, but I'm not that worried about that. But what are them things underneath the air tap? Are they using them like a shock arrestor type thing? They've gone 2-inch, short piece of 2-inch pipe, and then a 2-inch to 1/2-inch tap. Unless it used to have a heating coil in here or something. I don't know why they've done it like that. Unless it used to loop back around, that's probably what it was. Because this is just like a cupboard with a gas meter in. I bet it had a heating coil in here at some point and they've capped it off. Yeah, it goes up and then back round. But this is getting hot, which is good. What I'm going to do is just push this down to 1.25 inches. I did order 1.5 inch stuff, but 1.25 inch will be absolutely fine on that. It's not going to be under gassed. So yeah, we'll just do it like that, and that that pump sounds a little bit grainy at the minute, but I'll sort that in a second as well. That'll just go. Well, I'll probably get that further back to the wall actually. No, from the bottom. I don't know. I'll do something with it. Right, I've just locked the boiler onto hi-fi, just checking my high and low readings on the analyzer. I do need to get a, oh, it's in there on these. I do need to get my manometer on there just to check working pressure as well. That'll go up in a second. But yeah, I can't see this one being an issue with working pressure. Analyzers in there. We'll just check this and then I can get, once the system's all hot and all this is checked, I can get the gas done then. We'll tackle this gas now. The boiler, I'm not sure if the feed slightly blocked. I mean, it's probably only going to have half a metre head on it anyway, so it's probably about right. It's making a few gurgling noises. We'll have a look at that in a minute. I might even be able to wire this solenoid up. What I'm going to do is cut it there, unwind that, put a bush male line and cut it at the bottom, bush male line, and we'll convert it to copper and just clip it to the back wall. That wasn't even tight. I mean, literally, I did that with my left hand, one-handed. Makes my life easier. Hopefully the rest of them aren't like that though. It was holding gas. I know gas runs at lower pressure, doesn't it? But yeah, as long as there's no drops. Right. Jacob will cut the one at the bottom as well. Jacob's just getting that one wound in there, and then we're going to put. Where's the lever valve on, mate? You got it. To put another male line in there. How are we going to do it though? Because you don't want that like that, do we? We want that kicking back to the wall first, surely.
Get MF in there.
Well, not necessarily an MF 90 or a couple of 45s or something across there. That'll be alright.
Yeah.
That'll go, mate.
We need to thread that though.
No, we don't. You're going to unwind it from the bottom. How tight is it? Not very tight. Unwind it from the bottom and we'll put another main line in there. Jet blue on there, and then that is going to go onto there, and then we're going to put a gas lever onto there, and then we can set our solenoid, or just clip it back to the wall. That's it, mate. Give that a
try to spread the flux.
Flux, not flux. Jet blue. I knew what you meant.
And test for the viewers.
I say, don't go fluxing the inside, yeah. Shame that elbow's leaning, isn't it? So what do we always have to make sure on our lever valves, Jacob?
All to off.
Full to off. Yeah, that's fine. We'll give that a little bit more of a nipple.
Grips on it.
Yeah. Pair down there, mate. That's it, hold on the body. Yeah, so make sure your lever valve always falls to off. Just want to come around a little bit, Jacob. There you go. Perfect. Nice to get Jacob doing a bit of work. Saves me doing it anyway. So we just swung that across at the bottom. We'll come up, we'll put a couple of clips on that to support the solenoid. And that'll do that. One, we're not adding that many elbows on. I know I've already done working pressure. We can test it again at the end, but it won't make any difference. The gas pipe's way too big, really.
It's only on G4 metre.
Yeah, it's only a 40 kilowatt boiler though.
Oh, this is our gas pipe of a G4 metre.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. It is what it is. As soon as the flame, well, you know how to do it, I'll just explain it for the viewers. As soon as the flame goes green, we're good to go. Should be about now, Jacob. Give it a little more heat, mate.
That's about to go.
It's about to go. The iron might be drawing it away a little bit on that bottom one. Once that cools down, we'll bang that on there, Jacob. Valve in the middle. Put another one of them across there, and that'll do that. Yeah, that's bang on that.
This brick line's not level though.
The brick line's not level. I won't worry too much about that.
Just made it look wonky.
Yeah, you'll be alright. Unless your pipe's wonky. Beautiful. Alright. Can you get it?
Yeah.
There you go. I'd tighten my clip up before I solder it. Get this retested. Make sure there's no leaks. I've temporarily wired the solenoid up, so it should be open now, but I'll double check. Excuse the wires, they are only temporary. That's the gas all labelled up as per regulations. Pump still sounds a little bit airy, so I need to have a look at this. It's not really picking up on the head gauges. Could do. I'm getting up to that tank, but it's just too high. I'll have a look. It's picked up a bit. It'll probably find its own level, but I've just popped the heating back on as well. It is getting hot. But it sounds airy. Right, it's actually a little bit later on in the week, but all the solenoid's been professionally wired up now. We've got carbon monoxide sensors and everything all been done. So we've just got the pipe slag now, really. Make good round the hole. They've actually used some of my hole, which is not a problem for their cables. So yeah, it all looks a lot tidier. This lagging, we're using this Volaphonic stuff. It just fits in the Pipe Lagger Pro as well. You can actually open up that nice and wide, and you get perfect. You get perfect joints. So I'm actually going to leave Jacob here doing this today, or finishing off this morning, because I've got other places to be. But I'll just show you. We'll be able to make a real neat job of that. Look at that, perfect. So yeah, that's a bit of luck. So yeah, he'll do the best with that, and that's this job all sorted. Right, so I've just got to plumb this little sink unit back in and then toilet. Obviously they put all new flooring down. I didn't actually take these out, so I'm not sure which is my hot and which is my cold, but they're only on flexes. Obviously they went onto there, so I'm going to guess hot was on the left, cold was on the right, and then just away. So this should be a dead easy job. I don't even think it was screwed back before. I think it's just like a freestanding unit. So I'll get this one plumbed back in and we'll have a look at the toilet. A little bit of jet blue on these connections, won't do any harm. Just over the olives, just in case of getting down the side, just nip the lines back up. And then the waste will just tighten back up. Something like that will do me. I'll get the water on. Hopefully we've got hot on the left. Should be that. Get the water on straight away. Check for leaks, we should be good. We've got hot on the left, cold on the right. That'll do me. And no leaks on the waste looking at it. Why do people silicon toilets back? I don't understand. I'll clean that off. I'll screw it back this time. New pan connector. We'll dry it all off because it's been stood outside. Yeah, we've just got to refit this. I'm just going to change this flexi on this toilet. I know I didn't on the basin ones, but they were long ones, so I don't actually carry many flexes. But I mean, on this job, all I've been asked to do, is put back like for like. Just literally put the old stuff back in. But I think we can put a new flexi in the pan connector. I don't ever reuse pan connectors because all you're asking for is a leak. That's just a standard 15mm waterproof flexi, which will do that job. I say I do get a lot of easy jobs like this, but I don't always film them because just try and make the content as interesting as possible. Get rid of the old rubber, lovely. New one, just a bit of silicone lubricant, grease, just the polypipe one. Silicone on there. I'm just trying to look at the centre where the old one was. It probably wants to go a little more to the right actually. Just push that in a little little bit more. Can't do much about the angle that's that, it's just how it is, how it always must have been. I'll copy these on the other side. And just give that a little nip up. So if you want to see more sort of these easy jobs, just let me know, I can film them. But obviously I'm not going to film every single one. Just making sure it's going to shut off. And then all we've got to do is screw it down, screw it back to the wall. We'll give it a flush. Should be sound. We'll get it screwed down. I use these Viva stainless steel screws, so basically they just do the little pan fixing sets and they tweak them up, so you just get a little rubber, not rubber, a little plastic like grommet thing, and then you get a choice of chrome or white cover caps. So this is just a timber floor. It's obviously the stainless, so it won't stick to my bit, but and then I'll finish that with a hand screwdriver. If you go with an impact driver, you can crack the pan. So that's how I always do them. And then just because I've over tightened it a little bit, but I can stick them on anyway, or just back it off a touch. You get the idea. So it's not a bad idea to stick them on anyway. I think it's the actual old silicone that's holding them off. Yeah. But I'll pop a little bit of silicone on them anyway. And then we just screw the back, screw the system back, and that's job done. And just screw on. Just got to clean the red brick dust up and we're on our way.